Hello and welcome back. This is the Gamer 2.0. Today we're going to be continuing on with Thousand Arms. So last time when we left off, I did a little bit of grinding, just kind of got enough MP to level up Sedina's equipment. And now we're ready to head on into the Mist Shrine and continue on. So we are currently looking for Mice's, I call him the rival just because that's typically how these things kind of go. They're both kind of going after the same goal, have similar interests, or they do the same job and they're just kind of competing against each other. Probably should have healed up before coming in here, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Go ahead and have Sedina drop a heal. Sedina's heal is definitely very efficient. I can always kind of get up to full health whenever she needs it. I got a wind ball. The only thing about Sedina's healing ability is that kind of makes it, I mean, just because if I remember correctly, her heal is so good that it's kind of difficult to really want to switch out and try different team comps. Just because she can always basically keep your health topped up. Pretty sure the game's pretty much tuned for that, but they probably just like Sedina the best. When I say they, I mean the game's creators. If I remember correctly, I believe the cheering always does something, but the taunts don't always work. Alright, another wind bottle, and Sedina just went up to level 9. Hopefully as the game progresses a little bit more, that gap will become less noticeable. I entirely missed that save spot. If I had just kind of run on and it had been a boss fight, that probably would not have been very good. Although, it did just start, so it's not an incredibly far setback, but it is kind of an annoying one. Are they both using attack ups? No, they call for backup. Alright, I think he is poisoned me. Alright, so I don't know if poison lasts outside of combat or not in this game. But we can just kind of quickly take a look. It looks like it does. There we go. I was hoping I could like equip Mice's old sword, just because using something that your rival hands to you just is never the best idea. Alright, so that is definitely progress. Let's head back and just kind of explore the outside area a little bit more before kind of progressing forward like we should. Yeah, I was just waiting for him to attack so I could go ahead, cast the heal, do all that damage off, and then turn around and do my own attack. Nice little taunt, reduces damage a little bit. And with that, let's just head on back, because there's still some more area that I can kind of explore here. Not a huge fan of whenever they cover up a lot of the area with the mist, and that's just because although it is like nice on the aesthetics, it definitely feels like they're trying to like hide information from the player. So, which I can understand. This game is probably doing it for a little bit of like more of like a mysterious kind of vibe. But sometimes they can use it to just like try to hide some loot. Which, as long as like it has like something like a semi-visual on it, such as you can see like a little hint of red somewhere in it, I think that's fine. If it's just like utterly hidden and completely obscured, never really been a fan of that. Definitely finding a lot of wind bottles. Let's see here. Don't really want to use up all of Sedina's magic points before we actually get into a fight. So, 1 or 2 potions shouldn't hurt. Alright, so this is just a total dead end. So one thing that is kind of nice is that you can kind of gauge how long it takes the enemy to attack versus how long it takes you to attack. So for this particular enemy, it takes 4 arrows, whereas for mine, it takes 6 arrows to actually be 6 or 7. But it takes 6 or 7 arrows for me to attack. Looks like the gap is starting to slightly become smaller. An evade ring. Can I even equip that yet? Or is that later on that I can equip? Yeah, it looks like it's later on that I can equip stuff. But that should actually be helpful, because I can put it on Mice and then he can evade some damage. Let's throw this heal onto him and see how well it works. It only deals 35 damage, which is more than Mice's regular attack. But it seems to be much more efficient just using it on Mice himself. So let's see if she can still heal Mice 100%. Okay, so she heals 58. Which 58 is 50% of his health. His total health. So really efficient. Does more healing than it does damage. Which, honestly, I kind of prefer it when the amount of damage that it can deal to undead enemies is equivalent to the amount of damage that it can heal. All that for an antidote. Alright. So, I prefer it when it can do equal amounts of damage versus healing. And the only reason why is because you're making it so that it deals damage only to specific types of enemies. It doesn't deal that damage to every enemy. So because of that, I think it's fair to ask the same amount of damage as healing. actually powered himself up. And then it looks like Sedina just went ahead and powered him back down. There you go. Well, I believe we've gotten everything that we can from this area, so we can go ahead and head back on over to Schmidt and see what kind of fight we got there, because I'm not sure if it's going to be him or if it's going to be like an evil reflection or something of that nature. Alright, looks like that was just like an all-out attack. But it does look like every time that Sedina levels up, she does more healing with her cheers. So one thing I'm not really sure of is if this does kind of the Pokemon style of power-ups and power-downs, where it's a set amount of basically the opponent's attack stats that they raise and a set amount of the opponent's attack stat that they decrease, or like a percentage, such as like 25% or something. Or if it's more based on like the character's skill or magic power or whatever. I'm just gonna start running from fights now because counter rate's a little too high at this point. And I don't need to fight every single one of these guys. Alright, he may have done like a little bit of damage, but it wasn't that bad, even though it was a crit. Alright, nice. We evaded and we successfully retreated. So no damage for that fight. Alright, so let's go ahead. Save the game real quick. Just because I don't know how difficult this boss fight's going to be. But I definitely got to say, I do like the save point icon for this game, which is the ghost. Certain other ones just kind of felt a little out of place, like the Final Fantasy VII one.
So this is how the spirits see me. Evil energy. All I wanted was to make a powerful sword. Is this the reflection of my desire? Are you saying that my desire is the same as this raging wave of evil power? But a sword is a sword after all. It is meant to defeat your enemies.
So I'm not sure if this is going in the direction of, it's not meant to defeat your enemies, it's meant to protect those who can't defend themselves. Which, in actuality, it's kind of like both the light and the dark, where it's, a sword is meant to defeat those who seek to harm you, but it's also meant to defend those who are either unable to defend themselves or who need assistance, that kind of stuff.
I want to focus my strength in one swing of my sword. Isn't this enough to make me worthy of the secret art?
Yes. If what the mirror sees is your true self, so be it. You are right about the sword being a weapon for battle. A cursed sword is fine. It is important that you control the spirit and the sword. You are a spirit blacksmith of darkness. I have seen your true soul. You are meant to serve me. You don't need the secret art.
I don't know if this is going to be one of those things where it's like there was no real secret art, it's just, you know, the love of someone else kind of thing.
Forge swords on your own. Come with me. You are one of us now.
Alright, well, we have the options here of Schmidt don't go or who the hell are you? I think the more heroic one would be more Schmidt don't go, because it's trying to convince someone of not falling into the temptation.
Who is this child? I see the spirit of light. This does not please me.
So I do like how we can kind of see Mice as a reflection here, where it's kind of the polar opposite of Schmidt, where it's entirely white. So it's like a wave of light energy versus Schmidt, who was just like a roaring wave of dark energy.
Come, you who belong to the darkness.
Schmidt!
Schmidt!
Blacksmith of light, we need you not. This is the only spirit blacksmith I need. I need no spirit blacksmith other than Schmidt. Even if you survive, you will have no home to go back to.
Alright, so Sedina says, Mice, watch out. Alright, well, it looks like we have a different form of one of these guys. Yeah, I might be a little over level for that, because he only did 20, or he only did 5 damage. Yeah, even with a crit, that's only 10 damage. 3 hits and he's done. Sedina says, Schmidt. No place to go home to. I have a bad feeling about this. Nice, let's head home fast. Oh, they took me to the front entrance. I thought it was still over by the cave. I wanted to access it and see if there was any type of like dialogue for it. Like we have a small town that's over here. I believe that's where mice came from. So, actually, one of the funny things that I did notice was that those guys are gearmen, but when I first look at it, it says my brain just kind of thinks German, not Gear Man. It's kind of funny how so closely those are. Alright, so Dina says, mice, it's those things that attacked Fort T. Mice says, yeah, those are the Dark Acolytes airships. The same ones that destroyed Khan. Sedina says, Boysby. Jabal. I have to see if he's alright. Well, the statue's still here, so I guess he can still try to go on a date even though the whole town's on fire. Alright, let's head over to Jabal's house.
Jabal!
Stay away, Sedina!
Oh, let go of me! Jabal!
Mice, Sedina, watch and learn.
So this guy's name is Shaft.
Jabal!
Master!
No! He's hurt badly! Hurry, somebody call a doctor!
So this is one of the things I never really understood about RPGs is that she has the power literally to heal. I mean, Mice has taken like multiple spear thrusts to the point where he's almost dead, and yet he can still get healed with just her magic spell of heal. So, I mean, if there's like potions and healing spells, things like that, never really understood like why there's things like a necessity for like a doctor or needless character death which I understand like the story reason behind it, which is like you need to create like some kind of like suspense or emotional tie or emotional moment. And if characters can just, you know, be healed, then it kind of takes away that impact. But if you made it to where the like the main character and their ally that can heal has to go through like an ordeal or a trial where you have to like really struggle to keep your character alive, and using all of the MP of the other character and all of your potions in order to like survive that fight, and then you come to a point where it's like, well, we've exhausted all of our resources and we can't really help this person at this point. I think that makes a little bit more sense. But when it's just like, yeah, you know, like we have healing magic and you can just heal things, and you also have like revival things, like Final Fantasy VII is kind of like the biggest one where it's like Aerith dies and then you have like 30 Phoenix Downs in your inventory, but you don't use one of those. You just say, well, I guess the character's dead. I never really liked that, but I do enjoy when it's like, well, you had to use it in order to either A, help people, like there's people around the town that needed the resources or the magic or the healing that you could provide, and when you, or having a fight that's so difficult where you have to use every single resource that you have, and then it comes down to where you have a main character or a hero character that, you know, they end up leaving or they end up dying because you don't have enough resources left over to spare for the ones closest to you because you were so worried about helping all the people that you don't know. I think that would have been much more of like a more impactful kind of story beat rather than what we kind of have here, where it's just like, yeah, someone go get a doctor because my healing magic can't heal this one specific wound for this one specific character. Oh well.
Don't worry about me. Mice, I want you to have this.
What? But this is your hammer. I can't take it. I'm not ready for this yet. I have so much more to learn.
It's all right. Take it. I know you have potential. Mice, have faith in yourself. Forge your sword with your faith. The spirit will answer your desire. Mice, Sedina, go to the Lucent Cave. Find the sacred altar. There lies a sacred torch. The holy flame will guide you.
Master.
Jabal!
Sedina, take care of Mice. Mice, take care of Sedina. Believe in each other.
So Dina, we should go to the sacred altar. Jabal wanted us to go. To tell you the truth, I'm still confused. Jabal has willed his hammer to me. A lot has happened recently. Jabal has willed his hammer to me, and this was his life. There's got to be something at the sacred altar.
I know about the sacred altar. Jabal took me there when I was ill. He knew the holy flame could cure me. He was so good to me. Mice.
Let's go, Sodina. For Jabal.
Yes, let's go. The sacred altar is south of Boisby, in the Lucent Cave.
So really think it would have been better if like the direct path to Jabba's house was like completely just like cut off, and there was nothing that you could really do except like having to go like around like in an alternate route, and like the entire way like you'd have people that like need healing, but you can go and, you know, use your resources to heal them and help more people to escape, or you can save your resources for yourself and be a little more selfish with them.
Good morning.
And then if you like don't help any of the townspeople or anything, and then you go back and you save like the important character kind of reprimands you for, you know, not helping other people and being selfish and greedy and only helping, you know, the people that are the closest to you, because you're basically at that point choosing who lives and who dies. I think that would have been like much more of a interesting story beat. But I do understand that, you know, like with games like this, like there's limitations to like how much you can code, how much you can really like put into the game, how much of a branching story you can actually have, just because like this game is already massive with like the amount of dialogue and audio recordings that are already put into the game, that they really don't have that opportunity. But I just think it would have been like a little bit more of an interesting story beat to be like, well, you know, we know that you just went, you had this fight, but if you were over prepared for the fight and you had, you know, extra potions, extra magic left over, well, you can use that to heal the townspeople and help more people to escape, and maybe like you get a reward for that, like if you help so many people, but you don't have enough to like save the one person that you really want to, kind of thing. Which, I mean, a lot of games are kind of scared to do that just because, you know, like permanent loss or, you know, things like that can tend to be, you know, feel like it's unfair at times, where it's like, I didn't know that I was going to have to do this. But I mean, that's kind of how life is. It's like you don't really know what's going to happen. Being over prepared can benefit you in some ways, but it can also like weigh you down and feel like you do nothing but prepare for the possibility of the worst. It's just my opinion, but that should do it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you so choose, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next episode.